Hi, hello my dears. So welcome to yet another English class. Today we are going to discuss the third chapter in your textbook. The third chapter of English textbook. Okay. So in the last class we discussed the second chapter, The Little Match Girl. Today we are moving on to the third chapter. Take page number 18 in your textbook. And the name of the chapter is The Kabuliwala. What is the name of the chapter? The Kabuliwala. Okay. Take page number 18 in your textbook. Little Minnie was 5 years old and she was a great chatterbox. She simply could not live without chattering all the time. Her mother was often worried about this constant talking and tried to hush her. But a quiet Minnie was an unnatural Minnie. My own conversation with her was always very lively. So, this is a story about a little child, a little girl named Minnie, and she is 5 years old. And she is 5 years old. She was a great chatterbox. What do you mean by chatterbox? One who talks a lot, a talkative girl. That is meant by chatterbox. She simply could not live without chattering. She could not live without talking, and her mother was worried about her talking. But a quiet Minnie was an unnatural Minnie, because a quiet Minnie, a silent Minnie is not a real Minnie. It is an unnatural Minnie. What is unnatural? Not real, not natural. So, if Minnie keeps silence, she is unnatural. She is not real. One day, Minnie came bursting into my study. I was busy writing my new novel. My little Minnie stole into the room and put her hand into mine and said, "Father, around there, the doorkeeper calls a crow a crow." He doesn't know anything, does he? So, this little Minnie is always talkative, and once she came to her father was completing a novel, writing a novel, and she asked, "Father, the doorkeeper Ram Dayal always calls a crow." So, the next question. Before I could explain the difference in languages and dialects to her, she was off again. So, her father is saying that I was trying to explain her about the dialects. What is dialect? What do you mean by dialect? Regional aspects of a language. A people in a region pronounce a word in a particular way, and the same word is pronounced in another region in a different way. That is a dialect. So, the father of this Minnie's father was trying to answer about the dialects. "What do you think, father? Bola says there is an elephant in the clouds blowing water out of its trunk, and that is why it rains." So, before the father answers, this girl asked another question. What about raining? This girl has heard that a Bola said her that there is an elephant in the clouds. An elephant is there in the clouds, and this elephant splashes water with its trunk. The elephant splashes water with its trunk, and that is rain. While I was thinking of a reply, she went again. "Father, what relation is mother to you?" So, when this father was trying to answer the question about the rain, but she didn't allow the father to answer, and she asked another question. "What is your relation with my mother?" At this, I had to put on a grave face, and I said, "Go and play, Minnie, I'm busy." So, at this, and after these three questions, the father became angry, and he put on a grave face. Grave means angry. Angry face, and asked, "Minnie, go and play." Minnie was playing under my table, and I was still busy writing the 17th chapter of my novel. Suddenly, Minnie ran to the window crying, "Oh, Kabuliwala, Kabuliwala." So, Minnie was playing under the table. That father was writing a novel on the table, and Minnie was playing under the table. And suddenly, she cried and went off, cried saying, "Kabuliwala." So, Minnie called the Kabuliwala, and when he looked up at her, she ran to me in terror. She had a blind belief that Kabuliwalas caught children and put them into their sacks and took them away. Kabuliwala came to our house, and I made Minnie come out and meet him. She soon lost her fear of him, and it was a joy to watch the big bearded Pathan talking tenderly to a little 5-year-old. So this Kabuliwala is a person who lends money to others and collects the money, and he comes with a beard. He has got a beard and a cap, a Pathan, and he has got a Pathan. And this Mimi was afraid of this Kabuliwala because she believed that this Kabuliwala takes away the children in a sack, in a bag, and carries the children. That was a blind belief by Mini, and so she was afraid of Kabuliwala. But one day, this father made Kabuliwala talk with Mini, and they became very friends. The Kabuliwala was now a daily visitor to our house. Minnie lost her fear of the big gentleman, and they would sit and chat for hours and crack jokes with each other. Now, the Kabuliwala and this Minnie became friends. Kabuliwala, oh Kabuliwala, what have you got in your bag? Minnie would ask. An elephant, answered the Kabuliwala, and the two of them would go into shouts of laughter. So, Minnie always asks this Kabuliwala, what you have got in your bag? What is there in your bag? And this Kabuliwala says that, I have got an elephant in my bag. Once a year, Rahman, for that was the Kabuliwala's name, would go back to his own country. He would first collect all the money that people owed him before he left. Although he was busy, Rahman always found time to visit little Minnie. So what is the name of this Kabuliwala? His name was Rahman. What is the name of the Kabuliwala? Rahman. So Rahman was collecting money, was busy with collecting money. He owes money and he collects money. He was very busy. Though he was busy, he would come to Minnie. He would come to Minnie and visit Minnie every day. One day, there was a terrible uproar in the street. Rahman had stabbed a man who owed him money. He was sentenced to many years in prison. And one day what happened? Rahman stabbed a person. What do you mean by stab? Killed a person using a knife. Kill a person using a knife. So, Rahman stabbed a person, killed a person using a knife. And this Rahman went into the prison. The Rahman was sent to the prison for as a punishment. So what happened? So there was a man, Rahman, a Kabuliwala named Rahman. He was fond of Minnie, the little 5-year-old girl, and he was friends with Minnie. Every day they chatted, and one day this Rahman, this Kabuliwala, stabbed a person and he was sent to prison. Is it clear for you? So today's class, we will stop this class here and we'll continue the rest of the chapter in the next class. Okay? Thank you.